lovelies. I have something really excited to show you, actually. I went to Italy a couple weeks ago, and I'm back and had school starting and everything, so it's been a little crazy, but I decided it was time to show you my travel journal from this wonderful time. And I went with a tour group. I'll put a link below if you guys want to check them out. They're called Contiki. They were a good tour group. There were a few things that I personally didn't like, but most kids probably would love it. So yeah, so I went with them and I was only there for 12 days. Yeah, let's get into it. I mostly have writing in here. I am warning you, it's not the most colorful journal, but it was a very whirlwind tour. I didn't have a lot of time to write and sit and sketch and doodle and take pictures and put them in here and everything. So it's just mostly a lot of writing when I was on the bus because that's all I had really access to. So the tour that I went on was called Simply Italy. So yeah, they sent me a magazine full of the different trips and everything that I could do, and so I just took out Simply Italy and put it in here. And the cover is just a map of Rome that was a part of some scrapbook paper that I had, and it was just a map of Rome, and I thought that was perfect. And I added this little Colosseum on the corner here, and then I stamped it up a bit with the few new stamps that I have, and it's starting to curl at the edges and come off. I didn't do a very good job. It was very last minute quick, so I really need to solidify this, but I'm not, you know, I don't have a lot of time and resources for that kind of thing. So there is like a little hole in this, and it says Italy on the inside. These are just pictures again from this magazine that I just cut out of Italy, and you know, a lot of Florence because I adore Florence, and put that on here. And then this is just scrapbook paper put over the top and then put Italy on. This was a little folder that I, you know, put things in that I wanted to glue in later or whatever, and I actually made this myself out of scrapbook paper. I'm actually very proud of it. This page is just basically where I'm going, why, that kind of thing, things that I want to do in here. This page is packing list, you know, everything I need. I just added paper in here and just put more paper on and just wrote on it, so I had like a checklist so I could write off, okay, I have this, I have this, I have this, just to double make sure so that I didn't forget anything. This little manila folder, which I thought was really cute, and I added, this was for my checked bag, like a little sticker so I can claim it later. So I put that in here. And yes, this was an old Harry Potter journal, if you guys are gonna ask. I had never used it, and I just thought, well, this would be a good use for it. And this is my boarding pass, the other side of my boarding pass. A lot of writing, a lot of writing, a lot of writing. These are actually words in Italian if I needed to use them. Another boarding pass for another part of my plane ride. And this was actually a quick drawing of the hotel I was staying in Rome. I arrived in Rome first. And we had like a little porch and had a little view of all these little resident areas. I found out later, we came back to this hotel at the end, and I found out that the metro system was right down the road and I could have gotten anywhere, but I just sat at the hotel most of that day that I got there. And writing, I didn't put anything on here. I'm maybe gonna put a picture up here. I don't know yet. I never actually end up putting things in, like I said that on some of my other journals, and they still don't have pictures in them. And nothing on here. Mostly writing, nothing underneath here. All of this is talking about was Pompeii. We went to Pompeii, and that was really cool, so I wrote about that and how interesting it was, and just things that I found that were interesting for that. And then the next day we went to Sorrento, which I actually have here. I have a postcard of. So this is Sorrento, and it is like right there. These are cliffs all the way down here, and then it's just like a drop off, and then like people's houses are right up there. It's really cool. So we have that, and so we went to Sorrento, and then the next day we went to Capri, which is here. It's an island, and this is looking out on these two rock formations coming out, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Blue water, amazing. And this is a ticket for going up the hill. It's like a like a hill, you know, kind of island. So you had to like take like a tram up. That's a ticket for that. And then writing about that. And then I have this ticket for, this is for a garden that we went into that looked over, and you could actually see these from the garden. And it was €1. And so I went in and I kept the ticket, put it in here. And writing, and then this is back in Sorrento. We just went to Capri for the day, and this was the hotel in Sorrento. We're like up on a roof and looking out over this church and other roofs, and I didn't really get to finish it, but didn't have a lot of time. I was sleepy most of the time by the time I actually had time to write. So I mostly wrote on the bus. This is talking about on our way, we were headed to Florence, I believe, and this was me trying to draw the people on my bus. Nothing in here. And nothing here. This is a ticket for the bus in Florence. I actually never used it because our hotel was so far away. We had to take our bus in, so we couldn't take like this bus in to the city. And once you got in the city, there was really no buses. So writing about Florence, and this is a map of Florence, like a small little map that our tour guide printed out for us. This is the Duomo here, and the Accademia where the David is up here, and just all these wonderful things. This little plaza right here is where all the statues are, and the fake David is and everything. So he put this map in so we could kind of tell where we were going, and I put this in here. And Florence was just gorgeous. I adore Florence. More writing about the Duomo and going in it, and oh, it was beautiful. Everything was absolutely beautiful. And then we went to a karaoke bar that night, which was funny. And this was just extra things that we did on the tour that I had to pay for. And that's a list here, like Pompeii and tours and that kind of thing. And then this is the drawing of the Duomo. Gorgeous. And then this is from the Auto Grill. The Auto Grill is like a truck stop, but they're like everywhere in Italy. Like we always stopped in an Auto Grill, and I bought lunch and I put that in there because I want to know what lunch is like, I guess. This is my ticket from the Duomo. Getting into it, you could get up the tower with it. It was €10, and you could get up into the Duomo, like the dome itself, and you could get up into the bell tower and into the baptistry, which is kind of in the front of the Duomo. And so put this ticket in there, and then this was for ice cream or something, I don't remember. And then this ticket is actually from Verona, because we went to Verona next, and it's for the clock tower in Verona. We went up to the top of that, and then it also got us into a modern art gallery, which I thought was really cool. They had some good pieces in there, and that was cool. This is a map of Verona that our tour guide gave us, and to put everything kind of in scale, this is the arena. If most people don't know, but Verona has kind of a small like Colosseum kind of deal, but it's mostly for operas and stuff. And then over here is that is the bell tower, and then that is Juliet's house right there, and she actually lived, which is interesting. But Romeo and Juliet never had like a love affair. They just were on opposite sides of a family feud. And so yeah, we mostly stayed in this area. We were only there for a few hours, but this is one of the people on my tour had a Polaroid camera and took a picture of me outside of the arena, and I really think that picture is really cute and I love it. So I put it in there. And then next we went to my favorite place one of my favorite places on earth, and that is Venice. And so I did a lot of sketching that day because not a lot, but enough because I actually had time to myself. I kind of went off on my own and just did my own thing. And so this was like a little garage deal with like the water, and then a little tunnel going through there and everything like that. And this was for either postcards, I believe. They never really say. Or I bought my grandma a little glass orb that goes in her window, and so I put that in here. Pretty sure that's what that actually is for. Yeah. And then another attempted drawing at a little waterway, didn't really come out very well. And then another one, which is one of my favorites. I sat here for a while. There were steps coming down here, and then a boat, and then, you know, the canal going that way. And oh, I loved Venice. It was gorgeous. And this was another one. I was just sitting like on a deck. And there was like, you know, a bridge and then houses and everything. Thought that was lovely. And then this is actually the map from Venice that I put in here. I just folded it up nicely. And give you guys also some perspective if you have never been to Venice. This is the main like Plaza San Marco, and this is where the basilica is and everything like that. So all the main things that everyone kind of knows about in Venice is here, and then everything else is just kind of crazy. So I just went everywhere on here and here that day. So I went to this couple churches here, and kind of just spent most of my day like around this area. And it was really cool. We also went to a glass blowing demonstration, which I had never really seen before to my knowledge, and it was amazing. I'll have to put a clip of it here. I've always wanted to do glass blowing. Wow. And lots of riding, lots and lots of riding. I didn't buy a mask in Venice, but I actually have some postcards. So this one is from Venice. Just normal canals. Loved it. Lots and lots and lots and lots of riding. More riding. And then after Venice, we went to Milan, but I was not feeling good that day, so I didn't do anything. And then we went back to Rome and spent 2 days in Rome. Well, one full day. A day and a half. And this would open. This is the map of Rome. And that is I believe that is the Trevi Fountain up there. And then over here is where we kind of hung out. And over here. And then the Colosseum is over here. So yeah, it's pretty big actually. But it's all, you know, close-knit, and you can kind of get everywhere. This is the Roman Forum. So that was fun. Everybody went to the Vatican. I didn't get to go that day. I had other stuff to do. But maybe next time. Maybe next time. But I got to go see the Colosseum, which was cool, and walk along the river and everything. So that's basically it. I did some doodles here. The only other thing is I have flower petals actually still in here from our last night in Rome. Our tour guide bought us all girls roses off of a gypsy off of the street. And so I still have some petals from that because I thought that was very sweet that he gave us. So yeah, that was our whirlwind tour of Rome. I don't really have any pictures in here. I have pictures on my camera, but just not. Totally want to go back. I would totally recommend going to Italy. I've always adored it, and I always will. And hopefully I'll be able to go back soon. And yeah, so that you guys would enjoy. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.